James Bell of the Boxing Source here with another video, and this video is going into news in reference to Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. You had Oscar Valdez as the WBO featherweight champion, and Shakur Stevenson is the mandatory challenger to that WBO featherweight championship, and they had recently been involved in a purse bid as Top Rank, who promotes both Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson, was able to win that purse bid. They were the only one that participated in that purse bid anyway. But the news after that is that Oscar Valdez expects to move up in weight and try to get a fight at 130 pounds there. So he's going to move up to 130, and the expectation is that he will be moving up to fight Miguel Berchelt, who is the WBC champion there at super featherweight. In the meantime, Shakur Stevenson would be able to fight for that vacant WBO championship at featherweight against the next top rated contender that's out there, and it is rumored that it could be the fourth ranked contender there, which is Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton has an upcoming bout August 10th in Philadelphia against Emmanuel Dominguez there at the Liacouras Center, and if he wins that, then they may be able to put together a fight between him and Shakur Stevenson for that WBO featherweight championship later this year. They're trying to see if they can put it together, and it could be in the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, which held Shakur Stevenson's last fight against Alberto Guevara, where he was able to get that knockout victory in 3 rounds. So if they're able to have what would be Shakur Stevenson's 13th professional fight for a world title against Carl Frampton, that would be a big fight for both of those guys. But I wanted to get into a little bit more in reference to Oscar Valdez. They're saying that Oscar Valdez had been, having issues making weight, and he's saying that since he's struggling to make 126, then he wants to go up and fight at 130. And there's 2 things here that I see in reference to this. One, it seems like he's not very interested in fighting Shakur Stevenson and defending that WBO championship there at 126. That's number one. But number 2 is that for him to go up to 130 and fight Miguel Berchelt, that basically is telling me, wait a minute, you were the WBO champion at 126 pounds. So if you're going to move up to 130 pounds, why aren't you going ahead and campaigning for that WBO championship at 130 pounds, which is currently held by Jamel Herring? I just find that to be very strange that he would rather move up to fight a Miguel Berchelt than to fight Jamel Herring. But hey, he says that he may be, interested in fighting Jamel Herring later down the line, but for right now, it seems like his first line of direction, so to speak, in that super featherweight division would be against the WBC champion Miguel Berchelt. But that's the news that we have there in reference to the situation of the WBO featherweight championship. Oscar Valdez planning to vacate that featherweight championship and Shakur Stevenson in the works to be fighting for what would be the vacant WBO featherweight championship, and Oscar Valdez moving up to 130 pounds to possibly fight WBC champion Miguel Berchelt. Tell us what you think about that situation there with Oscar Valdez and him making that decision to move up to 130 pounds. You can subscribe to the Boxing Source on YouTube, and we have the weekly show on Blog Talk Radio Lives, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday nights, or you can catch the podcast using your favorite podcast app. That's all I got for right now. On that note, folks, I'm out. Peace.